Perfect. All right. Well, there we go. All right. Today we want to, I want to again talk about TBC quite a bit. But I want to begin with something where it leads up to this a little bit. Because I'm going to just go to share the screen actually for a little bit. And okay, so let's just pull it up. Okay, so this here is just a blog post. And what I want to just draw our attention to is, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to let go of all disagreements and judging of each other's differences, and begin working together. We know that our purpose is the same for all of us as humans, which is freedom and prosperity. This is something we all deserve. We also know that manipulation, disinformation, deceit, and much crime against humanity have been used to push this world's population deep into an enslavement. The only way this has been possible for those Satanists to accomplish this is because we have let them control the one thing we all need in our daily lives: money. Money, or better said, currency, since it's actually not a money. Those thugs that are behind all this must be stopped. We can do this by using the one most powerful silent protesting tool that is available to all of us, and that is TBC. Yes, this is right, or that is right. If we unitedly work together and share TBC with all of our friends and families where we are, or where we can not only beat them, but we will see peace and prosperity like the likes of which we have never before seen. I say it's time we move towards that goal quickly and bring freedom and abundance to humanity. All right, so that's about all I wanted to share from here. Okay, so I wanted to just again remind us that we condition our minds to lay aside differences with people, because it's so easy for us to be hung up on little things that really have no significance. Now, I want to share a little bit of news that I had come across. Actually, somebody shared a video with me. Oh, hi, Lotzanne and Pedro. Thank you very much for joining me. Yeah, I have. It's given me a lot of thought today, and I've been sharing this with quite a few people. A movie that is going to be coming out in Canada. Now, if you're if you're not in Canada, this might not interest you quite as much, but to me it was really, really interesting, because I had, I've been looking at many other countries, that freed themselves from the Rothschilds, and a whole bunch of things like that, and what's going on in the U.S. And all of that stuff. But I hadn't really given much thought as to what about Canada. And I had thought about it, and I was going to actually do some research on to see where's actually Canada with all this, because I did look at, like, regarding the 5G uh, that is being rolled out in the U.S. I guess quite rapidly, and I noticed that they're beginning to do that in Canada too, in the larger cities. And so somebody shared a video with me. Hi, Brian. Thank you for joining me. And so I watched that video, and it is quite interesting. Canada has not had legally had a government since 1931, and so it's really interesting. I don't know. Like, the movie is coming out, I believe, in August, and so it's going to largely depend on what the response of the Canadian people is going to be, when they find out that we actually don't even legally have a government. So this jerk that we have here, that's the so-called prime minister, that he's actually has no right to be there. He's not. Uh, we don't have a government, so why is he sitting there collecting taxes? That's what I'm wondering. Uh, it's kind of like, see, he was the prime ministers in Canada. They've always been put there by England, by the Queen. That's kind of like me putting somebody in charge over somebody else's property. It's really, it's insane. It's not even. Oh, it's, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly, I have to be careful that it doesn't get me, that I don't get angry about it. But anyway, all right. So those are the things that are going on in the world. And now that I have found out what's going on here, that is how Canada is, and knowing the fact that all countries in the world are registered with the UK, that makes me think that there are a whole bunch more countries that probably don't legally have a government either, that likely it's the same deal, that they've just that they're just been put there by the crown, and the people don't know, and they just make it look like that's all legal and proper. That is so incredibly disgusting. Anyhow, that is really not the main thrust of my of what I wanted to talk about today. But I realized that it is important that we well, that's good to hear. That's wonderful. But as we have in Canada, we there's a prime minister here, but he's here illegally. It's we haven't had a government. And same thing with this, with the provincial ones. It's an illegal system. So we'll see how we're gonna be cleaning it up. I sure hope we can get backing with enough people that will all be done in a way that the people, that people benefit. And Canada has enough resources that every man, woman, and child could receive dividends of 1.2 million per year, $1.2 million. And here we are being killed with taxes. All right. Well, anyway, that's the advantage that some people have been taking of others. So we had the Canadian hosting minister here last year trying to help with our hosting storage. All right, I'm not quite sure what do you mean by hosting. But what's the hosting minister? I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry, but these are the things that are being cleared up now, and it just got me thinking. Don't you believe that there's going to be a stage here where people are going to be a whole lot more open to something like TBC, when we realize that we've never even had a legal government for that many years and stuff, and we need to make changes? Um, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, housing. Yes, yes, yes. Forgive me, I am dyslexic, so my reading is sometimes not that, it takes me a long time to read a little bit of something. So sorry about that. But anyway, so now here's what I see is that a lot of what's going on right now is going to help us roll out TBC much faster than I think it would have been otherwise, because people are waking up to things, even if it isn't, even if it may not be the first thing that they might be interested in, but seeing that that the monetary system is failing, and the whole thing is debt based, and that we shouldn't even be paying taxes. And so why not then just start using TBC and and do things different, right? But anyway, we'll do what we can and share what we can, and every person has to make up their own mind, right? Um, so okay. Yeah, I know, Brian. I see what you meant. I uh, I misread. It was housing. Yeah, and so with TBC, we can do so incredibly much. The future that we have lying before us is going to be incredible. When we roll out technology that has been sitting dormant for many years, even though it was available, but it's been sitting dormant because it wasn't allowed to be used. And also, and health wise, my goodness, there are because the drug industry is going to be basically going to disappear too, like the pharmaceutical industry, because people know already, or well, I guess there are a lot of people that still don't know, but people are beginning to find out that that's all just a gimmick too, and health isn't at their, you know, that it's, the people's health is really not at the root of their of what they're doing at all. It's money, nothing but money, just money, and profits, to try to get more profits, and expensive taxes, and like, I mean, really, is that really the life we bargained for? See, life should be easy. It should be fun. It should be, every morning should be a morning that you wake up and you say, wow, I get to do what I want to do today. I just, I like to go to the beach, or whatever it is you want to do. I get to do what I want to do, because life should be like that. And that doesn't, like, I don't necessarily mean that we shouldn't do anything useful, of course, but like, who wouldn't want to do something useful? But this idea of always working, I have for many years already said this just can't be right. It just can't be that we have to work so hard just to try and stay afloat. That just can't be. Life should be, every person should be enjoying life. That's what we're born for, right? And okay. um yeah, like, do you mean that the prime minister from Canada was over there, or uh was it some other office holder here from Canada that was at New Zealand? Yeah, anyways, so that is what I look forward to, and that is what I look forward to seeing, uh, you know, our kids and grandkids. That's what I see them. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing them. Just enjoy life. Just, do what you want to do, and have fun. Because I mean, there is lots to build, especially for the next 10, 15 years. There's going to be a lot of work for us to create the things that are needed for, like, for uh, energy, and well, of course, many other things. But we will finally break out of this rat race idea, where it's always competition, where it's always, somebody who hits something big and is first on something. They are big, and everybody else, well, they have to struggle. I'm glad to see that we're building out an abundance-based system, where the struggle to get more does not have to be. We can get away from that, and enjoy, and have, you know be as, I don't know if concerned, but be as interested in helping others achieve what they want to do, and as well as, as much as our own, because we don't have to uh, constantly be of this mass of ambition, just so that we'll make a lot of money, so that we can have more money than the neighbors or somebody else. It's not necessary, right? That is what TBC is all about, is so that we can all uh, be wealthy and well taken care of. And I'm sure that there's going to be other coins that are going to come out, that are where people who have who are going to, you know, sort of miss it with TBC and aren't going to be, you know, like the last ones who get in TBC, there isn't going to be quite as much to be made, and it's not going to be made quite as easily. Of course, it'll be pretty much fully implemented, which means that you'll just be able to freely use it right away instead of having to deal with the difficulties of trying to implement it and trying to you know, get people convinced that it works, because it'll be used anywhere, right? Another thing is that I heard that the new wallet, the TBC wallet, this might not matter very much to many people, but to me it does, because the API keys, like the new wallet apparently has API keys, which are keys needed to make websites so that you can pay with TBC on websites. Now, of course, if the prices change every day, then a person would have to adjust the price every day, or unless you could sync the, you know, the either that, or a person could probably set the price on the website in a way that it was, you know, that the price, what you're charging for your goods and services, that it was tied to the price of gold, I suppose, or, you know, then to make it fair, so you wouldn't be over or underselling the TBC coin, if you know what I mean. So those are things that are coming up too, that we'll be able to program websites to do that. Because I have a couple of traffic programs that you know, and I haven't been able to use TBC on them because I can't make it automated. And that's with the new wallet, apparently that will be possible. So that'd be nice. Anyway, again, let's work together. Let's not worry about trolls or people that right now think that they have something against TBC. You know, I think that some of those people that have such an attitude against it, they can easily turn around and become our biggest promoters. So let's give them space, and never mind if they, you know, if they have you know, if they try to disagree or whatever. It's fine. What we need to do is we need to achieve our goal, and we can't be dragged back by those kind of things, right? So so with that said, we just I think we just let, you know, don't worry about that. But what we do want is we want to achieve our goal, and we want to do it in the least amount of time possible, because this is it's important. It's important for many people, many people already that have TBC, and for many people who don't yet. I believe there's so many people that need TBC that probably don't really know. Maybe they don't even know about TBC, but once we can roll it out more, I mean, once it's rolled out more, that it'll be accepted everywhere. It just takes that patience for us and that endurance to really make the time count that we have to roll it out, and take every opportunity. You know, don't miss any doors that are open. You know what I'm saying? And share wherever and whenever we can. All right, I don't think I'm going to drag it out today at all. I'm going to close off fairly quickly here, I think. So I just wanna, just all I want to do is I want encourage us that we see the value of it, we see the benefit of it, we see what we as TBCians will be able to accomplish in this world by way of helping other people, because that is my biggest drive, is to help people have make life easier. And once their lives are easier, there's so much more that they can enjoy life and things that they can do. And for all of this, basically, it takes TBC. Anyhow, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And I wish you all a wonderful evening and night or day, whatever time it is at where you are. And so with that said, I'm going to sign off, and peace.